Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Thank the Monkey back again with another unboxing video, this time of INNISTRAD Midnight Hunt pre-release kit. So, I just came from an LGS, was looking for some interesting product to open for you guys. And I came across the MID Midnight Hunt pre-release kit coming from the INNISTRAD plane. I actually had not had a chance to open product yet from this particular set. I personally did not think much of it when it was spoiled. I'm not really a fan of INNISTRAD. To be honest, not a big fan of vampires nor werewolves or whatever in between. But I figured that there are some cards of value in that set. I've not tried opening anything from that product, so we'll see if this is going to be an interesting opening. And luckily, my LGS did give us a promo pack that we can open as a bonus to this particular pre-release kit. So why don't we get right to it and get this guy open? So let's do it. Now, I think some of the hits here would be Meat Hook Massacre, which I think remains to be what, $30 card. And then you have Adeline, the Cathar something, maybe $8 or something like that. Toxerail, and there's several nice cards in this set that I think have some value and see some play in at least within my group. So okay, we have a die here. Let's see. This is a nice looking die actually. Yeah, why don't we go with 13 there? And we get A4. So does that bode well for us with this particular unboxing? We will have to see. Okay, so we get 6 draft boosters of INNISTRAD Midnight Hunt. Again, we have the promo pack here. I'll just put it up there. And we have this card divider. And for the pre-release promo, what do we get? Let's do this at the latter part. All right. Okay. Let's first go to the draft boosters. Okay. So these are made in the US, is it? Yep. Yep. So this is made in the US, so it doesn't have that slit there to make it easy to open, but this is fine as is. Okay. So we'll just go through the commons. Seasonally Plummet, Falconrat, Perforator, Secrets of the Key, Bat, Whisperer, Hobbling Zombie, Gavin Trapper, Voldaren Stinger, Bait Hook Angler, Foul Play to start the uncommons. So 2 to cast, destroy target creature with power 2 or less, then you investigate. Rite of Oblivion, which is a 2 to cast sorcery, and as additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a non-land permanent, exile target non-land permanent. Okay, and it has flashback. Actually, that does seem serviceable, yeah. And then you have Fangblade Brigand, 4 to cast, werewolf, 3/4. Oh yeah, by the way, this has a day and night thing, which I honestly, that's a mechanic that really doesn't interest me at all. And then for the rare, we get a Slaughter Specialist. So this is a Vamp Warrior, 2 to cast, 3/3. When Slaughter Specialist enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 white human creature token. Now, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Slaughter Specialist. Interesting. So you give your opponents a creature token so that they can use the block and you get counters on it, but I'm sure there are ways to really abuse that for sure. Okay. And next would be a land. By the way, I do love the land coming from Midnight Hunt. As compared to the lands coming from Crimson Vow, I like the art of Midnight Hunt much more than Crimson Vow. So nice to have these what do you call this, full art lands. Okay, so we have a rare Foil, it's a 2/2, and that would be a Brutal Cathar. Nice. Okay, so the Brutal Cathar is a 3 to cast human soldier werewolf with power toughness 2/2. When it enters the battlefield or transforms into Brutal Cathar, exile target creature and opponent controls until this creature leaves the battlefield. Day bound, and you have the night bound thing. Yep, and it turns into Moonrage Brute. So it's a werewolf, 3/3 first strike, ward, pay 3 life. Okay, and so we get a foil, and we'll put that over there. Okay, so double rare pack in the draft booster. That's, yeah, couldn't ask for more. Okay, here we go. Well, actually, I could ask for more. I'd love another Meathook Massacre. So moving on to the next pack. Alright, here we go. Starting off with a Snarling Wolf, Flare of Faith, Crossroads Candle Guide, Otherworldly Gaze, Novice Occultist. When it dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Okay. Harvesttide Sentry, Shadow Beast Sighting, Search Party Captain, Brimstone Vandal, a Tyrus Hauler, and to start off with the uncommons, we have the Gavany Dawnguard, and then we have an Obsessive Astronomer, Human Wizard, 2 to cast, 2/2. It's neither day or night, becomes day as Obsessive Astronomer enters the battlefield. When day becomes night or night becomes day, discard 2 cards and draw that many cards. Okay. Next, we have a Baneblade Scoundrel, Human Rogue Werewolf, 4 to cast, 4/3. Whenever this becomes blocked, each creature blocking it gets -1 until end of turn. And then for the rare, we have a Sun Gold Sentinel. So this is a 2 to cast Human Soldier, 3/2. When this enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. And it has Coven for 1 in white. Choose a color. Sun Gold Sentinel gains hexproof from that color until end of turn and can be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. Activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. Alright. Okay, and then we get the full art land. This land. And then you have the day and night. Honestly, probably one of the worst mechanics, I think. Let me just change the lighting situation there. Okay. Okay, moving on to pack number 3. No big hits so far, I think. Nice to have a foil Brutal Cathar, a foil rare. But I think nothing of value so far. Okay, so we'll just go through the uncommons. Okay, starting off now, going through the commons and now starting off with the uncommons. We have Dissipate, 3 to cast, counter target spell. That spell is countered this way, exile instead of putting it in orange graveyard. Then we have a Root Coiled Creeper in Simic. Tap for 1 mana of any color. You can tap 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana, only cast spells from your graveyard. You can pay 2, tap it, exile Root Coil Creeper, return target card with flashback to own from exile to your hand. From exile, interesting, okay. Next we have a Mystic Skull. It's a artifact, 2 to cast. Pay 1, tap it, add mana of any color. Or you can pay 5 to transform Mystic Skull. Oh, I think we see a mythic there in the back. And we get a Mystic Monstrosity. Okay, so lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. That's actually not bad. 2 to cast, we pay 5. Okay, so we have our first mythic of the set. What is it? Is it a Meathook Massacre? I hope it is. Okay, mythic, no, it's a creature. Star +1. That would be a Consuming Blob. So it's a 5 to cast ooze. Consuming Blob's power is equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. At the beginning of your end step, create a green ooze creature token with this creature's power is equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. Okay, so we have a mythic. Right, maybe one of those bulk mythics. I actually don't know if this has any value. I don't think so. Based on the text, the mana value, I don't think that this is a powerful card. But, you know, it's still a mythic, so we'll put that here in the pool pile. Let me just move this northward a little bit so we have more real estate here. Okay. We have a mountain. Oh, we have another rare foil, and it is a Reckless Stormseeker, which is a 3-to-cast human werewolf with power toughness 2/3. Beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn, and is day bound. And when it's night, I suppose, at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample and haste until end of turn. Oh, nice. No downside there, except for the fact that it has day bound, night bound mechanics. Okay, so we'll put that over there. That's pretty good. And then we have an elemental token. Okay. All right. So we get these nice lands. I do love these lands. It's black and white, but the colored borders are quite vibrant. Okay, let's move on to pack number 4. Okay, so we'll just go to the comments. I don't think there's any common here of value, I believe. So let's just blaze through that. Now we're heading into the uncommons. We have Turn the Earth. Okay, 1 to cast instant. Choose up to 3 target cards from graveyards. Those owners, the owner of those cards, shuffle them into their libraries. You gain 2 life, and it has flashback. We have Borrowed Time. So this is an enchantment, 3 to cast. When Borrowed Time enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until Borrowed Time leaves the battlefield. Okay, so nice removal there. And then we have another Mystic Skull. For the rare slots, it's rare. It will be Catilda Dawn Heart Prime. So it's a Selesnya 1/1 legendary human warlock. Protection from werewolves, and human creatures you control have add 1 mana of any of this creature's colors, and then you can pay 6, tap it, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Okay, any goodies there in the back? No, we just have land. Alright. And a beast token and these proxy cards. Okay. Moving on to pack number 5. So we do have 1 mythic. Maybe we can get 1 more. But to be honest, I don't know if we have any cards of value here so far. I think we might be getting hosed in this particular pre-release. Okay, so let's just go through the commons real quick. Moving on, we have a Morbid Opportunist. This is actually a good card. Sees a lot of play. 3 to cast human rogue 1/3. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Which in Commander, you're probably gonna draw a lot of cards with this. Okay. Next we have Unnatural Moonrise. So it's a Gruel sorcery. It becomes night. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to player, draw a card. And has flashback as well. Okay, and then last we have Burly Breaker, 3 to cast human werewolf with ward 1 and day bound 6/7, and it turns into Dire Strain Demolisher, a werewolf with Beefy Boy, 8/7 power toughness with ward 3. Okay, so on the rare slot we have a rare red, a Curse of Shaken Faith. So this is an aura curse, 2 to cast. Enchant player, whenever enchant player casts a spell other than the first spell they cast each turn or copies a spell, Curse of Shaken Faith deals 2 damage to them. Okay, nice. And we get a land swap this time. Now moving to the last pack. So far, I would say that we have not picked up anything of value. We'll see if maybe these foils have some value in them. Yeah, actually the Stormseeker should be sitting here with a foil. Right. Oops. Okay, we still have the, what's that, the promo card over here, and then we have a promo pack from 1. Okay, last pack, here we go. So we'll just remove those commons. Now, starting with the uncommon, we have Cathar's Call, 3 to cast Aura. So enchanted creature has vigilance, and at the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Next up, we have a Seize the Storm. So it's a 5 to cast sorcery, create a red elemental creature token with trample, and this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard, plus the number of cards with flashback you own in exile. And then flashback 7. Okay, and then lastly we have a Baneblade Scoundrel, which we picked up before. And for the rare slot, we get a Galvanic Iteration. So 2 to cast instant. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, and has flashback. Okay, and we get a nice mountain. Okay, so now we'll just move on to that promo card. I wonder what it is. There are actually several cards in here. I don't know why. Is it just one promo or multiple promos? We'll see. Okay, I'm trying to keep the suspense here. I have not seen what this card was earlier. So there are 5 cards in here. I don't know why, but maybe... Anyway, we'll start from the back. Oh, this is a proxy card. Maybe another one. Yeah, okay. Another one, probably. Useless. And you have this stupid day and night thing. Really poor card design, I think. The mechanic. Okay. And then we get a Lear, the Disciple of the Drowned. Okay, so I know that this has some value in it. And we have a nice promo card, a Mythic at that. So that's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's a foil promo. I know that this is a pretty strong card in some decks. So just to go through it, it's 5 to cast, Human Wizard, 3/4. Spells can't be countered. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. So that is actually pretty good. Okay, so last point here would be the promo pack from Phyrexia All Will Be One. Let's see what we can get. I actually am looking for a copy of All Will Be One. Maybe I can get it here. We'll see. Okay, let's first start with the promo card. I put that in front. Okay, we have a Slaughter Singer, 2 to cast, Selesnya, Phyrexian Cleric with Toxic 2. Whenever another creature you control with Toxic attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. From the promos. Okay, next we have, what do we get? It's a rare from 1, and that would be Rhea Ivor, Bane of Bladehold. Okay, so Buck rare, I think, from this set. 4 to cast, Phyrexian Knight, legendary with 3/4. It has Battle Cry, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, the next time target creature will deal combat damage to 1 or more players in this combat, prevent that damage. If damage is prevented this way, create that many 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact tokens with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. Alright, and then the other one would be coming from 1. This time it's a Mythic. It's a Planeswalker for 5. And that would be Luca, Bound to Ruin. So nice. So what is this? It's a legendary Planeswalker that's completed for 5 mana with a hybrid, Phyrexian hybrid, red and green. So +1, add red and green. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of creatures. -1, create a 3/3 green Phyrexian Beast creature token with Toxic 1. And then -4, Luca deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers, where X is the greatest power among creatures you controlled as you activated this ability. Nice. Okay, so we get a lovely mythic there in promo and Theria Ivor. Alright, so okay, maybe not as interesting as I'd hoped. We did not get the Meathead Massacre, but still pretty happy with opening the set. I will have a look at the cards and see if there's really any way for those cards to be playable. Otherwise, I'm not really seeing too much in terms of things that I can use in my decks, but let me have a look at that and see what I can do. Oh, but we do also have the Midnight Hunt art card, I mean the land cards, which I really do like, so I'm quite happy having more copies of these guys. Alright, so till the next one, I'll see you guys. Take care. Bye bye.